So let's kind of go halfway down the page and take a look at what is money. What is money? You can tell me what that is, but it hasn't heard me say this before. Yes? Energy. Energy, good. Very good. And actually, if we really want to get into it, even the word money is not correct. It's currency. What's the difference between money and currency? Thank you. Yeah. Money is real. Money is gold. Currency just gets printed up. It's called fiat money. It's what the government does now. It just prints. It just prints. You know, the best business in the world is the printing business. Right? You print money. Right? Ben Franklin. We all learned about Ben Franklin in school, that he had a printing press. Right? He printed newspapers. Well, he was the Bill Gates of his time. What do you think he really printed? Oh yeah, no, the newspapers. No, he was in the printing business. He was very smart. He just printed money. That's what he did. He called it an amazing science. He was amazed by it. He's like, we can fund a war and not have to pay it back afterwards with the printing of money. He was just amazed at the whole concept. And so you have to understand currency. Know that that dollar bill that's in your wallet, there's a lot of BS in that. I mean, I know it gets you stuff. You have to use it, and it's real. So we don't. I mean, what are we going to do? Trade chickens? We're not going to do that. But you just know, like what it is, and it's printed, and it's just printed. Nowadays, it's not even printed. It's a blip on a computer screen. It went from Jing, really, to Chi. Chi is a dollar. I'll explain this more. And then it went actually up to Shen. It kind of popped up. And so it's just energy, though. Like there's a dollar, and we all agree it's a dollar, like a unit of energy, and that unit of energy goes up and down, however we decide it is. But however, it's just a unit of energy. And then there's some sort of exchange that happens with the energy. Because what happens is everyone gets into wealth wounds. And all these weird money and abundance things. Like, just like asking for money or dealing with money becomes emotional. Looking at your account becomes emotional. Getting a credit card bill becomes emotional. Stop it. Drop it. That's foolish. Drop it. Don't make it emotional. It's just energy. It runs through. It's like dealing with water going down a mountain. It's not emotional. If the dam breaks and you have a mess, okay, just fix it. But it's not emotional, but we tie it to emotion. Why? Because it's survival. Like a third chakra, and we connect it to survival. And then, people freak out over money. The two things that people freak out over most, generally sex and money. Like the lower chakras, creates like a lot of suffering, and I should say the misunderstanding of sex and money. And the confusion of that. And so, very important that you see it. And what is money? Money is just energy. This energy just flips around, goes blip, blip, and it goes here, right? And just passes around. And you just got to look at it that way. And then you want to think of everything as just flow through. It's not even money. It's not even how much do you own. Okay, here's this. Write on the sheet. Write down how much money you own. Write it down. Anyone write any number other than that. And that's not only because that's your bank account. That's not what I mean. Besides, if that is your bank account now, next year I want to see more zeros. With the actual real numbers here, not just more zeros. Okay? After this class, this gets upgraded. But you don't own anything. You own nothing. Think about it. It's impermanence. You know the sand paintings, the Buddhist sand paintings? You ever see those? The sand murals are as big as this room. And you do one drop. It's like a Michelangelo. They'll take 5 years to do it. And when it's done, they look at it, breathe it in. Then what do? Destroy it. Why? Impermanence. And it's not about the finished result, yet that's beautiful. It's about one grain of sand now. And it's that presence. Like that. It's a beautiful thing. Because it's presence. It comes into it. But it's impermanent. What does Master Leone says? He says, because his analogy is a great analogy. He says, it's very easy to spend too much time remodeling your hotel room. Think about it. You get a hotel room, right? You're there for a weekend, and you spend half the time knocking down walls because you want to do it, but you're not there for that long. Okay? Now, think about it. What's the analogy? Well, how long are you going to live? How long is your body going to last for? How many years? I know my number. I think 108. I know some of them make it to 170 and 250. I don't think I think it's in your book, The 250-Year-Old Man. That's on there. Okay, fine. I think 108. My life plans are for 108. Does it mean I'm going to make it to 108? Who knows? I know the odds are against me, as they're against you too. So, okay, fine. If I don't make it, my problems are over. If I actually make it, I got problems, because how am I going to deal with being 108, you know? So either way, set yourself up so you win either way. But you think about it, that's not a long time. It's not. I mean, it's really not. You don't need a big stone house that's going to live for all of eternity. That's going to, you don't need an Egyptian pyramid that's going to be here for 10,000 years. No. You need something to last you 100. And like with a lot of your stuff and it's like you don't need that much. Generally, you need less than you think. So currency, money, and we'll get into this. Tomorrow I talk about the enough number. But that's just it. It's just all flow through. That's it. I mean, really, and when you do that, you drop them like a lot of the emotional attachments. And then it can flow through you. It can flow through you much easier. Okay? So I'm going to talk about Wuji, Yin-Yang, Shen, Qi, and Jing, the 2 types of revenue. And I want to do this all before lunch. Okay. Wuji. I'm going to go Taoist here. I'm going to do a little Taoist alchemy. Raise your hand if you've never heard the word Wuji before. Should be about half. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Wuji is another way of saying emptiness or nothing. Or no thing. Because yin and yang yin, yang is form. Wuji is space. And you need both of them. You can't have one without the other. I suppose you could have space without form, but then we wouldn't be talking about it. We wouldn't even know it was space. So, okay, I know this is kind of simple, but it's pretty profound. For example, there's far more space in this room than there is things. If you just even look around, your eyes will tell you that. But usually we don't see the emptiness. It's hard to look at a piece of nothing. But remember earlier we listened to silence? So it's the same thing. To see nothing and to see no thing, that's Wuji. And Yin-Yang is anything that has form. I mean, it can be, there's things that, there's vibration, there's light. Anything that vibrates would be yin-yang. And then yin-yang has a positive and negative charge. All form has a positive and negative ion. Okay, now, for example, there's much more space